Okay, I have a question for Demoke. You come from D&D, and you know, for the viewers, it's Dungeons and Dragons. What do you think about adding in like more D&D elements to role play? Like, for example, I've always loved if Sab, I think we should pitch this to Coil. I think it'd be really cool if you enabled like a D&D mode, like a D&D mode or something like that. It's literally like
Skill points, talent tree.
no, well, okay, that's a whole other thing. We'll get into that, but like, no, like you just literally just for the roll 120. So instead of doing the animation, instead of having to type it out, like you could just like hotkey it, and it just pops up a number above your head. So, and then like you just kind of like verbalize what you're trying to do. Because I think one of the coolest things it's actually still one of my favorite memories, but it just like it's just kind of slow and clunky because of how it worked. Was a cop jumped on a jet ski that Mickey was trying to get away on, and like I was like I was like, get off the jet ski. I rolled 120 and I hit like 17. They hit like 11, and then they like vocalized getting like fucking punched. I would
love something like that because there's already mechanics to pull people out, right? And there's already something like that. Remember the baton mechanic, right? Don't you fight? Don't you as a criminal in the car also try to compete, right?
It's like
so something like that should be. That's like the D&D aspect you're talking about that I would love to see.
Yeah, so I'm curious, Demo, coming from D&D, like what that is the example. What kind of things could you see from like D&D enabling roleplay in something like GTA?
I think that example is actually probably like the best case, like use case of it, because I feel like so like if you added in a role system like that, right? I feel like it makes it a lot easier for other role players to go along with your role play, if that makes sense, because it's like a lot easier for them to see that you're trying to do something, like you're trying to,
And it's fair, right? It's not like you don't have to worry about, oh, was it okay to do that? Was I trying to win that scenario? No, just the dice decided.
Exactly. And I think that like levels the playing ground a lot more, because I think, in the heat of role play, a lot of the times you kind of get caught up with a lot of the like, not even that you're trying to win every scenario, but you're trying to make the scenario good for you and your whatever side you're on. And then sometimes you have to like, oh wait, there's the other side too. But I think like a dice mechanic, like Sab just said, just levels the ground in a lot of ways. And I think that would enable a lot more back and forth in role play that we don't get right now, perhaps.
Also makes it so that like if you lose, it's like I feel like it makes losing like L's easier to take because you're like, yeah, that was the dice roll. Crystal, what do you guys think? Dice rolling in role play, yes or no, and why?
Well, for me, I remember Roland. Do you remember Roland?
Dude, Roland was such a good character.
Yeah, like I think he did that right. You know what I mean? Like I remember it was actually a perma character at first, but he enjoyed it so much. It was so good. He kept it. It like really stuck to the dice because that's what his character was about. So
yeah, and for those who don't know, I'll just sorry to interject and interrupt, but Roland was a character who just rolled the dice for every decision.
Yum.
What happened to Roland actually? Did he die?
Oh, it's played by LGX on.
He's on a different server.
Oh, a different server.
I don't think he died though.
No, I think he's still around.
Okay. Capped. What about you? Dice rolls, yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, in certain scenarios, 100%. I think it'll be fun on both sides, right? Like, you don't know if you're going into a situation whether you're gonna, quote unquote, get the W or get the L, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it's based on pure luck, basically, right? So, I kind of like that concept, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it takes the blame away from people trying to say, okay, you're trying to win, I'm trying to win. No, let's have a good time, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. That's the whole point, right? Of everything, really. So I think that's a good implementation.
What about stats and skill trees? How do you guys feel about that? Like,
I would love it.
I think I like an aspect of it, but not the full extent of it. Like, I feel like it would have to be something that like doesn't inhibit the RP, but enhances it in a way. You know what I mean? Because like, for example, like I feel like if there was a charisma stat, that would lose it for me, right? Because I feel like charisma is kind of baked into just how you role play. You know what I mean? That's role play.
That one I don't. I feel like that one doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but like other ones, like faster, like running faster and stuff, that'd be cool. Or like strength and stuff, that'd be cool too. I feel like that would make people feel more specialized too in their characters.
All the gangsters will be at the gym. Gyms will all be busy. Man, people in Los Santos love being fucking fit. Why is that, man? Why is that?
Bro, they were, I thought, introducing a fitness mechanic, and I was so excited.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, with the weight mechanic, right? Can we do something like that?
Well, because in character, I would just run on Mickey all the time. I'd just do jogs.
It should be a stamina, right? And if you want to increase your stamina, you have to run around or work out, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
And if you don't, like, the way it should be done, like if you don't do like at least once a month, it goes down. That way, like, you don't have to like micromanage it too much. You just macromanage it. You do like, I don't know, every now and then, or like a character trait.
Yeah, like I think one of the funniest things when you do runs is people will then pull up and be like, yo, like, do you need a ride? And like I'm like really trying to like, I'm like doing like a jog emo. I'm like in like fucking booty gym shorts, like shirtless. I'm really trying to make it look like the character's just running, but people still like pull up like, yo, like, do you need a ride? Like, which I always thought was like, if I was driving in Los Angeles and saw someone like on a jog, that'd be so weird to go up there and need a ride. But, the other one that's interesting, and I have a follow-up question for all you guys on this. The other one's always been interesting is in 4.0, so many people ask for me to like go. They're like, oh, do you need to like go back to the hospital? Like, oh, they didn't fix you right, because like,
Yeah.
I'll get shot, or like I was not shot, like something crazy would happen to Mickey, and I'd be like limping, and they like assume that that's like, you gotta go, and be like, I would go to the hospital, get fixed up, then do the injured walk, and then they'd be like, wait, why are you limping though like that?
Yeah. I just say I'm recovering. That happens a lot.
Thinking about it more too, I mean, that makes it even cooler. Like if you had the stamina stat, and then it ties to like your injuries, like you get injured and you lose some of it, right? So then like it even
Be more
enhances you
careful.
further to avoid injuries. Exactly, so that you don't lose that stat. I also feel like it'd be cool if it was something where like you could only like specialize in like a couple, not all at once, so that characters had to diversify and do what they actually would do, not like just be good at everything. Kind of vibe on that, but be cool.
Yeah, I mean that also makes me think about so if you smoke a joint, I believe you get like, you feel more stronger. But if you smoke a joint, your stamina might decrease, right? So you can pick your poison. Like, okay, you can smoke a joint to make you feel strong, but then that means, okay, now you're also going to run a bit slower. That actually is a pretty cool idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like something like, and then like maybe you do coke and you're faster, but like not as strong, right? Like a little bit like a trade-off kind of thing. I think my only worry would be people would be more scared of losing like stats on their character than like even money.
Yeah.
Like that'd be terrifying.
Yeah, that's
Because that's time wasted, yeah.
What about like what about traits? Like Cap, like let's say like Pigeon had like some unique traits, like some unique things that only Pigeon could do. Or Pigeon and maybe a few other select characters. What would you want as like traits for Pigeon?
when you say traits, what like, in terms of like, for example, driving good, is that what you mean by traits, or like what do you
I feel like a cool trait would be like, what if I don't know, like what if Pigeon had like a stealth trait? Like I don't know, like he the way he runs and moves, he just doesn't make noise. He's really good at moving, right?
Hey, now we're talking. I think, hey, that would be pretty cool if it's there to I guess.
What is this, Call of Duty? Reduce foot sounds by 20%?
Yeah, that's silence.
I actually
that would
think
be pretty cool.
I think like a list of like traits like that just change like some mechanics like per character could be pretty cool. Like someone in chat had said like sleight of hand, like lock picking's just easier for you, and you might pick that just because you're like, fuck it, I don't want to have to deal with lock picking,
or less chance of a lockpick break-in when you're using it, right? I think use the current mechanics but specialize, enhance it, so whenever you do something, it doesn't penalize you as much if you're expert in it.
I like your solution better. Okay, so with that in mind, what would be like the traits you would give to Pigeon Cat? Like what kind of like interesting or like little unique things you would want him to do?
100%. If I crash, not eject every 10 seconds, that's one trait. That's like a really double fucking harness or something like that. You know, that's one trait. What other trait I would say? Hey, that stealthy thing is pretty cool. You know, I like my stealth RP sometimes. You know, Okay, so we got not ejecting, we got stealth. Another trait, I'd say being okay. Large pocket space, because I need about 120 bandages every time I go somewhere. Like 100%. I need larger pocket space. That's for sure.
Aw.
Because
Okay, that's a good one.
yeah. Because hey, I kid you not, I go to the. I think I've gone to the hospital more than James Randall at this point now. Like this is ridiculous.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
like
like,
your whole stream.
Yeah,
Hospital.
literally. If you yeah, literally every 10 minutes I'm either in the hospital or I'm on the floor. So yeah, larger pocket space, not ejecting every 10 seconds, and hey, dead silent shoes. Do some stealthy stuff, you know?
I kind of love these. Like, this is just like fun to like think about. Like, that'd be cool if you just carry, if like some characters could just carry more weight. Oh my god, yeah, someone said carrier pigeon.
Oh, that's what they did with foods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you used to eat food to have more pocket space or be more lucky. It was food that did it for you.
Oh yeah, back in 3.0, there was like the stat food. It'd be kind of cool if like, yeah.
It'd be cool.
I remember doing hacks. You used to have to like, some of the hacks, people would just spam like a certain curry to give you more time on the hacks. I think that'd be cool if it was. I actually think that would be cool if it was like if you got to pick that during character creation.
Yeah, like Project Zomboid style.
Someone said that purple. Someone in chat, let me know what they are. I'm curious what, because someone said purple RP does this. I'm curious what they do. Crystal, what about you? What are the perks for? What would Swan's perks be if you could do some custom stuff?
Flip. I need some time to think about this. Because like I have to probably do like stealth for 100%, right? Like sneaking up. It'll help with her like creeping up on people. One though, yeah, maybe a little sleight of hand. Maybe she can like, I don't know, feel without them knowing or something. You know, just get a little sleight of hand type of thing for Swan.
As you think of some others.
Oh, actually, I thought of something
ahead,
actually cool. What if also, like, for example, let's say like you're 14, you're somebody who slices and dices everybody, right? And you become an expert in the dagger. What if you unlock more animations using the dagger for killing animations, right? And then same way for guns, right? What if you're a gangster who shoots a lot, now you can shoot your gun that way, sideways?
Yeah,
I think shit like that would.
More cosmetic things.
Animation that don't give you, advantage in PvP, but make you look cool.
That's so cool.
Okay, yeah, that is cool. That is very good.
That's a good idea, Sam.
Yeah. God, I should pitch this too. Okay, I'll just pitch it. We'll see what happens.
Sam, guess what else happens with, when it's power, you can't do something. As soon as it's cosmetic, guess what you can do?
What?
Sell that shit.
True.
And thank you, NoPixel, for sponsoring the Roleplay Podcast. Thank you so much for as we come up with ideas for NoPixel.
And where can I find the Roleplay Podcast against Blau?
You can find Roleplay Podcast at YouTube Roleplay Podcast or on all of your favorite podcasting channels. Thank you so much. We have many episodes. This is our first. We're doing a deep dive with some truly some expert veteran role players. Okay, my question then to Dimoke, what would the perks be for Breckers?
Yeah, you gotta give him Deadeye, okay, of course. I mean, come on, Brecker's expert shot. When he gets that gun, look, I'm just you
just get aim or like you just get like an aim
assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like aim assist for like
aimbot.
Say it again, Benji.
Aim assist wouldn't be too bad for people that don't know how to shoot.
I'm not even.
Okay. This is the one. I'll tell you this. And I'm sorry. Like this is. I love GTA. I love the roleplay community. Love them. There is no way anyone would be okay. Like people. Even though it's roleplay, I actually genuinely think aim assist would cause more. Like this is where it is a little weird. I think aim assist would cause more drama in a roleplay community than it would in like.
It would bleed into the shooter.
Than in like Apex. Like
aim assist shooter, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it would.
The molding would definitely be high. The salt would be just great.
I think go ahead, Blau.
Oh, I was gonna say, Dimok. One idea is, what if you had like like your character's a welfare character? You can't work a normal job. Like you're just not allowed to work jobs, but you earn more passive income.
Passive. I think that'd be great. I think the biggest thing out of all of this, like talking about these traits and stuff, is I think that a lot of them, are like great ways to basically enhance and further role play in ways that you like just currently can't. And I think it kind of, it's cool because it gives certain characters, uniqueness to them. Everybody can kind of have something more unique to themselves, and I think that's really important to create like a cooler, I don't know, role play environment and stuff. But yeah, I think it's great. Yeah, welfare, take the dead eye. Like I said, make him a little bit, well, I guess he'd be weaker. Never mind. I don't know. Probably bigger pockets. He always carries stuff. Pockets are always full. Take that.